Alright, yo, what is going on, guys? NRPG here. We're back in another video. And, today, we're on Naruto RPG. And, you'd never think Yano would come back here. And, wow. Goku Jack's here. If you heard Hat's laugh, I meant Hat yelling across the room. Yeah, that was Hat yelling across the room, but we got into a server with the Arachnic and Goku. And Money Talks Blow. It's been a long time since I've seen him. If you don't know who this is, I think he's a veteran. Yeah, he's a veteran of Naruto RPG. He was good back then. But if you want to go see a video on him, I actually made a video about him, of a Johnny beating him, I think 10-3. Let me see. Nano, Prodigy, Money. Hold on, guys. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it at? Well, yeah, I have a video of, let's see. Yeah, you can hear Had yelling, but right here, Johnny beats him 10-4 back in his prime, I think. But today we're talking about something that has been brought up by my boy Nightso2222. And let's see, let's pull up the forum. We're gonna talk about, let's see, this is called Untitled Feelings. Alright, this is called Untitled Feelings in the future of Naruto RPG. And this is why you don't really see me play anymore. Honestly, I don't even care if you call me a baby for not playing anymore because of this reason. But anyways, this is sent by my boy Nightsos. So yeah, he has a YouTube channel. I'll put it in the link in the description below. Cool dude. And thank him for making me a Minato fanboy now. Minato, I don't care how you say it, alright? Minato fanboy because of Nightso222. Alright, let's get it. Hello, the people of Naruto RPG. It's been a while. I stopped making videos entirely, but I'm setting this as a notification. Be in mind, this is at Nightso's point of view, and yes, he hasn't made videos in a while. Alright, the next paragraph. The truth is that not all, but most, including me, Nightso222, don't follow OACB rules to its grassroots. There is a few reasons that the rules... Okay, I gotta edit how he did it. He had some mistakes, but there's a few reasons that the rules were stated. There is a few reasons that the rules were stated, were last stated in a forum posted by Book back in June of 2015, making this the 6th month without a true head of the clan battle scene. So what he's talking about is, just pretty much summing it up, most of these people aren't following real OACB rules to like the classic OACB. I'm talking about, you know, the first 7 elements, and back then you could only use 2 elements until Book changed it. It's like Book has changed it, but he's going by the 6th season, I think. Right? Let's see. No. But yeah, that's pretty much what he's saying. Like, nobody, including himself and including me, we don't play to like the classic hand-down OACB rules. We have our own modified versions now. Next paragraph. In 6 months, the meta changed by Book, adding in more and more stuff into the game with elements, weapons, time moves, and most of all affected by this was the community. Back in the old day, we fought with at max 3 to 4 elements, with wood, lava, sand, and ice being the newest added elements into the game. when Season 5 or 6 started, these were the banning rules. Water release, Exploding Water Shark. Wind release, Divine Wind Shield. Sand release, Sand Tsunami. Wood release, Wood Embodiment. Fire release, Twin Dragon. That could have changed. Earth release, Descending Earth Wall, and that could have changed too. Pretty much to sum this one up was, back then there were only, you could use 3 to 4 elements at max, or you could just use your regular 2 elements, and you only fought with wood, sand, and the 5 natural elements. He put wood, lava, sand, and ice being the newest added elements of the game, but lava and ice were never added back then in OACB. The only new 2 elements that were added was wood and, wood and sand. So you could only use fire, water, earth, wind, lightning, wood, and sand. Only 7 elements, alright guys? Alright, now let's see here. The next set of rules were each individual may only use up to 2 elements at a time. This rule was kind of like tilted a bit, you know. The book ended up changing it. You could use 3 to 4 elements, but you know, the only 2 elements at a time, that changed real quick, I think. I mean, I didn't see nobody use 2 elements. I think that changed in like the first week. I don't know. Number 3, running, air camping, and spamming are forbidden. Yeah, you know, the most part is, the only problem I have with this one is, people just run now. Like, whenever they're low, they run. I get you're trying to regen health, but the fact that when I'm rushing you and you sub just to run away, like, that's running, alright? So nobody follows that rule anymore. Barely anybody, at least. Anyways, now much has changed. Most of the banned moves, except for embodiment, are allowed back into OACB fighting, including Shark, Sand Tsunami, Descending Earth Wall, and the others. Basic misconception is that Lava Floor was banned during this. It wasn't. It was brought up before the season started, with the game only having the basic 5 elements that we know of, and turned to be the most powerful move in the game at the time. So the community wanted it banned from the tournaments to prevent easy wins. Right here, what he's talking about is, this is when Book changed everything, where, this is where Book changed everything, where he's like, yo, screw this, like, I'm limiting too much moves. The only move I'm gonna ban is Embodiment. And all the other moves that were banned, the Divine Wind Shield, Sand Tsunami, Twin Dragon, Descending Earth Wall, those were brought back into OACB. So the only move banned in OACB then was Embodiment and Lotus. It later changed to only Lotus, but I don't know when he changed that one. Alright. And the misconception that people thought Lava Floor was banned because it was one of the most powerful moves in the game back then, and it used to be, because the fact that Naruto RPG was a 2-month, this game was still in alpha, I think, or at least it was in beta V.02. Lava Floor created lag, and since you were in that double stun, Lava Floor was a triple stun. So once you were in that triple stun with the lag you made too, there was no way to sub out of it, and people could just hit you with continuous Grand Fireballs and Twin Dragons, and it gave you easy wins. So yeah, Lava Floor was never banned though. Book later fixed the Lava Floor being laggy, so it's allowed to be added back. But yeah, that's a misconception, since Lava Floor was one of the most powerful moves in the game. People wanted it to be taken now, but it's not anymore. Alright guys? Alright. Next paragraph. What has happened now with the community is that we had to take control of this dead fighting style that was once a skill and honor to the people that now believe that dynamic kick should be allowed to be in a spar because it's in the game for a reason. I found some of the moves by Book and Block with the development of Naruto RPG after V.003 to be more like it was to be an RPG. In most RPGs, the PvP mechanic are easy to get into and hard to master. The big thing that keeps a community thriving and surviving. Currently, the PvP scene of Naruto RPG has turned itself into a simple 4 to 5 step process that I've seen done over the course of my playtime, hundreds of times. Dynamic kick to your target, mash key with Genjutsu on it, then mash embodiment, or Yang swords, or Kirin, or Shurikens, then use a random move, alright? And then repeat, and include summoning spam if you need it. Alright, to sum up this paragraph, he's talking about this dead, OACB is dead, which in this fighting style, which used to be an honorable and a sign of skill. But now people use dynamic kick, they forgot about OACB, blah blah blah, alright? And this one, he's talking about not adding dynamic kick or lotus into it. That Naruto RPG was more like an RPG, because in most RPG games, the PvP mechanic are easy to get into and hard to master. But this RPG, it's not hard to master at all. Look, you can dynamic kick whatever you do, alright? And then the next thing he's talking about is the dynamic kick cheese combo. Pretty much all you have to do, guys, is dynamic kick, Genjutsu, embodiment, yin swords, and sound. Or, if you don't have that, dynamic kick, embodiment, and twin dragon over and over and over again. Genjutsu if needed, use your shuriken, spam that junk. You know? You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have been killed. I mean, like, BS kick, Amaterasu, Genjutsu, shurikens. That's all you have to do, guys, to, you know, win the game. Alright, last paragraph. So to end this small script, or better going to be just a passage, I'll send to Nano all my full thoughts on this. The community to PvP spars now is poop. The flood of in-game content to keep people attached to the game for its progression has turned to a 2 on a 10 dial wheel with creation of Star Wars Online Adventure. Most people have turned to getting the most right on the game now, or have turned full RP and arcane everyone they see because they can and have nothing else to do. Once you reach max level, max Ryo, max bounty, max legend, you're done. Naruto RPG is now populated with people that found the game due to the death of No Sub 5, along with 1 to 4, on the most popular Roblox games when it's midday on a Friday. The OACB community tried holding on for as long as it can, even with Nano Prodigy, an OACB gold player trying to host his own events and tournaments by offering 1k Robux. And that's where I believe that the OACB community started dying the way it did. Some players that joined OACB wanted to get the prize and not actually wanting to have fun playing with it. Alright, this isn't actually the last paragraph. He wrote a lot more, but pretty much what he's saying here is Naruto RPG has become, there's very new people coming to Naruto RPG, and they end up finding how cheese the dynamic kick is. So what they do is they arcade long all day, because the newbies that just joined Naruto RPG want the max route to get the staff, they want the max legend, they want the max level, they want everything. But you're done after that, honestly. And now, you know, what he was talking about me hosting, remember the tournament I said I would host for 1,000 Robux? Yeah, that didn't go too well, because I don't know, everything gone out of control. People were just lotusing everywhere, dynamic kicking everywhere, so it ended up getting canceled, you know. And that's when the community started dying. And yeah, it's, you know, people want to play OACB for the prize now, not for the fun of it. You know, back in the OACB days, I don't even care. Like, I didn't care about the prizes. I just like going into the OACB server, sparring somebody good, and being friends with them. Because back then, I was in no team. I mean, I gotta admit to you right now, I was never good back then. I was a chamber back then, but I was still not good. I was like trash back then in the OACB. But I used to just go there to spar someone good. I wasn't in any team, nothing like that. Didn't play for the money. I just wanted to play for the fun, you know. Like, I don't even care if Book, doesn't host any OACB money tournaments. I asked him, actually, I told Knight numerous of times if Book could open back the OACB server, just for the skilled people to go there, because, like, when I hop into a Naruto RPG server now, I can't really find any more skilled people, and if I do, it'd be a long time server hopping, If you just go to the OACB server, you can find a lot of skilled people there. Alright? Alright, next paragraph. It's like if the Super Smash Bros. Melee community was made of people who wanted to have actual fun and people that didn't, and they took away Evo from them by Nintendo. The people that actually had fun playing would still be playing the game, but the gold diggers of the community that wanted to play the game for the prize left to a new game like SMB. Our community was made of people that wanted to fight for the prize that granted them with Robux or money without noticing the other prizes to a community like ours. Friendship, rivalry, honor, glory, acceptance. From my own hand experience, I joined the community back in the prime of NSOA 2, where a person would keep killing me over and over using tactics I never thought I would see in a Roblox game. Dark Reaper Wolf showed me how to fight in OACB and got me into where I met my first team, Nightshade. Eventually, my main goal, beating Dexarius in a 1v1, was done after training for months with Mod Havoc. I felt so proud into my own skill that I learned and was followed by acceptance into the community. I never let that go and never will. What he's saying here is that pretty much, people just fought for the money, and once the tournament got canceled, nobody fought anymore. And, coming from this veteran, this NOSA 2 veteran, he just feels like the community isn't like how it used to be. People used to fight for fun, admire their strength and everything. And Dexarius, where'd he go? I don't even know where Dexarius goes. Is he even a BB mod anymore? But he's a classic player. I joined since NOSA 3, I think. NOSA 3 had the NPC bandits you could face. Yeah, but I was never competitive back then. NOSA 3, I was just playing around. I didn't even take the game seriously. Through NOSA 4, I'm at NOSA 5. In Naruto RPG, that's when I started taking it competitively. But NOSA 3 to NOSA 5, I just play the game to play the game. But this dude has been competitive since NOSA 2, and he just feels like the community isn't the way it used to be anymore. Let's go on to the other. Last paragraph of the day. Online adventure clan battles brought people together in the art of shinobi fighting in the NOSA series. Sadly, nowadays, we get called a dead community and that we don't matter anymore, and that the age of dynamic entry and genjutsus were here to stay. OACB kept me on Roblox, kept me with BB, kept me here, and I only wish that the same could happen to some fellow somewhere else. This has been Yellow Flash. Okay. He has a lot of teams, but I don't know the abbreviations for it. So I only know the YF, which is Yellow Flash. But this has been Yellow Flash, OPCKNS, Naito222. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for reading or watching. If you guys want to see this document, I'll link it down below too, with linking Naito's channel. This video was long, I'm sorry, but I had to get this out there. Why? Naruto RPG, I don't know about it anymore. I know I can't change everybody, but at least somebody is, right? I hope somebody out there in the world is. I can't change everybody. People will just want to play how they want to. And, I don't honestly care, because like I said, I don't play this game anymore. All I just want is, look, you could open up the OACB server back, and, all the OACB guys can go in there. But the thing is, most of the people that played OACB was for the money. But there's still some honorable OACB people still playing this game. So if you could open the OACB server back and change the version to like version 0.03 back then, where dynamic kick wasn't there, change the version to that server to before Lotus even existed, where it was just Leaf Hurricane. Because I know Lotus existed back in OACB, but it was a bad move. I just don't want trolls to come into the OACB server and spam Lotus, that's all. But if you could open back the OACB server and set the version to before Lotus was even made, where it was just the 5 elements and wood and sand, then it's all good. Then I'll go into there and I'll play that, because Naruto RPG has become just this game that takes no skill anymore, You got the noobs coming in here fighting how OP dynamic kick is, and you got the noobs killing people. That's how you know this game is broken. Honestly, guys, I don't know what to say about Naruto RPG anymore. This has been Nano Prodigy. I'm out. Peace. I don't even know how long this video was.